My new coworker asked me out on a date even though she knows that I am married. I rejected her and now she's telling everyone that I am a stalker, so I got her fired. I'm an advisor at our local bank branch. About 2 months ago, a woman was hired as a clerk. She was from a surrounding town and had graduated from our local university a few months ago. For the first month, everything went well. She joined our friend circle, and there were no issues whatsoever. About a month later, one day, while leaving work, she pulled me aside and asked me out on a date. I declined politely, reminding her that I was married. Most of my coworkers and I have known each other since high school, if not earlier. My wife was part of this same circle, and my wife and I have been together since we were 15. This topic had come up before, and I always have my wedding band on, so I found it weird that she still chose to ask me and not any of the other guys who were single, but I brushed it off and thought that was the end of it. That was a weekend, so on the next Monday when I came to work, halfway through my shift, one of my other coworkers told all of us that the newbie told her that I pulled her aside and asked her out and wasn't taking no for an answer. She said I had started stalking her on Snapchat and Instagram. Here's the thing. My coworkers knew I didn't even have Snapchat or Instagram, and they know how close my wife and I are, so they realized she was full of poop. However, a couple of coworkers who weren't as close as me may have believed her. I told my coworkers not to do or say anything to her and told them the truth about what had happened. I told them to ignore what she was saying and agree with whatever she said because I did not intend to make this a big issue, and I told them she was just childish and didn't know how to deal with rejection. Around 2 weeks passed, and my dad called me one day and told me he needed to speak to me. I go to my parents' house, and my dad tells me a friend of his, who is a client at the branch, told him about how I stalked a girl and she was looking to quit this job for another and asked if the friend could help her by hiring her into his company. After I told my dad about what happened, I decided that I had to stop her from badmouthing me and reported it to HR the very next day. When I told HR that clients were getting involved, they took it seriously and investigated. The HR lady questioned me, my coworkers, and the scumbag as well. Obviously, everybody backed me up, and the camera footage showed her stopping me, and not the other way around, so she was put under the hot seat with HR. At first, apparently, she was adamant I stalked her, and she showed HR an Instagram account with my face on it. Here's the kicker, that photo was very conveniently the only photo of me on one of my other coworkers' profiles, which she followed on Instagram. She had made a fake account and texted herself poop to be believable. HR fired her on the spot for spreading rumors with malicious intent and disrupting the work environment. She was on her probationary period and received no severance or pay. Since I live in a town where people know each other, the news has spread quickly. Her job prospects here are null and void at this point.